last topic we're going to talk about here before we get our picks for week 14 of the NFL season is Mark's Arizona Cardinals and Kyler Murray going up against the Patriots in Monday Night Football. That game's in Arizona, Mark, yeah? In Arizona, yes. Looking forward to Arizona in a few weeks' time. Never been to Arizona. I hear it's very, very hot. Is it hot in February, Mark, in Arizona?
I haven't been lucky enough that the season has extended to February for me, but no, I went this time last year and it was weird. I went from like freezing cold, I'm talking Baltic in Chicago, to shorts and t-shirt in Arizona. So that's what it's like in December. It's an oasis, I think.
I will Google it whenever you're talking here in a second. I'll find out because I am very excited for the start of February. Michaela, you got to get these flights booked high for Arizona. Whatever you do, folks, do not Google the price of accommodation for the Super Bowl or Arizona. It's nuts. Let's look at Arizona now very quickly. Going up against Patriots, Monday Night Football. Very interesting time in New England, Mark. If that wasn't Bill Belichick as the head coach, people will be ripping this team to shreds and certain quarterbacks that are playing for them, in my opinion, personally. Let's look at Kyler. Obviously, Patrick Peterson saying that nobody cares about Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray cares about nobody apart from Kyler Murray. Doesn't care about the head coach. I mean, frankly, I don't care about Cliff Kingsbury. I think Cliff Kingsbury is not fit to be in that position. But that's a discussion for a different podcast. This is a really intriguing game Monday night, isn't it? Like the Patriots and the Cardinals.
Yeah. Sorry, no, I think it is an intriguing game, but I think it's New England's to win, hands down. The Cardinals haven't been able to do too much all year, and they're going to be going against one of the best offenses or defenses in the league. In terms of the comments by Patrick Peterson, former Cardinal, I noticed when we were in London, we asked Patrick Peterson a question, or I asked him about basically traveling to London with the Arizona Cardinals in 2017 and traveling with Minnesota. And he used it to take a shot against the team. It wasn't picked up on, but I noticed as a fan, I was like, oh, why does he always seem to this year if the Cardinals are brought up? So this then into when the Cardinals played, he made a video game kind of celebration. I don't need to go into the whole history of it, but basically, like, Patrick Peterson has a bone to pick with the Cardinals. He knows that it's really getting under the fan's skin when he goes for Kyler Murray. And I think it's kind of this, like, it's a bad breakup that he thought that the ex partner would miss him more, and that hasn't happened. I think that he sees the writing on the wall for maybe he doesn't get into the Ring of Honor based on how fans do talk about him. I'm not going to start taking shots at Patrick Peterson. I just think it's a bit transparent that people know when you don't believe what you're saying. And he's been caught doing that over the years. And here it's like what he said about Kyler Murray not being... I get it. As a Cardinals fan, it's tough to watch Kyler Murray. But the Hard Knocks this season, I've watched, the 4 weeks that there's been so far. And he's not as unliked as kind of people make out. He's definitely a tough person to work with. We all know that in the workplace, that there is some people that are tougher to get along with than others. Doesn't mean that there's any hatred there. Like DeAndre Hopkins, Conor Murray has a go at DeAndre Hopkins. It's like, that's not out of disrespect. DeAndre Hopkins is his best weapon. It's just that he's just trying to get better. And then his best friend on the team is Marquise Brown. And they got on like a house on fire. I think, look, I'm a feel for it as well. As a Cardinals fan, I was talking about Kyler Murray and I said, I don't understand how he's obsessed with video games and not obsessed with his team. Look, it's a younger generation. We kind of have to get over it or whatever. I think he's still an elite talent, and yeah, chemistry could help him out a bit. But like we saw Tom Brady shouting at his teammates on Monday Night Football. When Kyler Murray does it, he gets all the attention, it seems.
Michaela, Call of Duty's been out for 2 weeks or 3 weeks now. You think Kyler Murray has it completed at this point, or what's the?
Yeah, I don't blame Kyler Murray for liking video games. I like video games. Everyone likes video games. I think for me personally, when he started out, and kind of in his second year, I personally think, sorry, Mark, I think Kyler Murray's a little bit overrated. I don't know what it is about him. There's just some people I don't like, or they're like personalities, or he just seemed very serious or something like that, or I never seen him get passionate before, other than, like you said, when he get out on the sidelines, but I've never seen him kind of like a passionate, happy. He always, I don't know, maybe he's always trying to remain cool, seem like the cool person. But I do agree with you that I think Patrick Peterson may have said the comment out of, I don't know, like pettiness or something. But then again, it's also kind of like, who would you rather be on, the Cardinals or the Vikings right now? And I think everyone would agree they'd want to play for the Vikings right now. They have a chance at a Super Bowl, where the Cardinals gave Murray this big contract, actually put in the contract that he needs to do homework, had to take that out of the contract because people were like, why did you put that in the contract? And then I think back to just the off season when Murray, we're talking about a bad breakup thing. It was also kind of petty that didn't Murray take everything to do with the Arizona Cardinals out of his social media because they weren't giving him a contract. And now look, he's kind of doing a Russell Wilson. He got the big contract and now he's not playing up to it. I don't think it could be fully a him problem. I don't like Cliff Kingsbury either too much. I think maybe they should probably give Cliff the boot and see if they can bring someone else in who can kind of have a kind of like a stricter kind of, not this drama stuff about Kyler Murray playing video games and stuff, because literally all the stuff on Twitter is just memes of Kyler Murray playing Call of Duty. But I do understand why that annoys people, because you do want the quarterback to be obsessed with the game. He can play Call of Duty in the off season, or like he can play it when they win a game. You want your quarterback to be obsessed, like Tom Brady, when he loses a game, he used to stay in the stadium all night and go over what he done wrong and do his and study and stuff like that. So I do get the dislike for Kyler Murray, but I think that could change if they just maybe got a different head coach and they started playing well again and actually were getting far in the playoffs and not just kind of missing out like they have the last 2 years.
Yeah, it's interesting. Obviously, a reminder that Cliff Kingsbury, folks, couldn't win with Patrick Mahomes in college. And we'll talk about Cliff Kingsbury next week before I get Mark started here.